Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Today, let us recap our lesson, The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom. This story is about two couple. One is very honest, humble, good old couple, and another one is wicked old couple. This story happened at Japan. It's not a real story, it's an imaginary story. It's a good old times of daimyos, means landlords, rich people. Here in the story, daimyos are treated as kings. The old couple doesn't have any children, but they have a pet dog. They loved the pet dog very much, they cared, they loved, they give whatever the dog wants to eat. They made an object to sleep snug on the bed with a carpet, blue carpet, which is like cushion, soft material. Used to snug on that carpet and eat tidbits of fish and good amount of rice soup. This is the routine of the dog and the old couple. They were farmers, they had little farmland, rice farm. Every day, the old man used to go to the rice field and work over there with a hoe. He works from morning to evening. O Tento Soma means sunsets. He works from morning to evening. The dog also used to go with the old man. One day, he collects earthworms for the birds also. The white herons used to follow him in the footsteps of the old man to eat, to collect earthworms. One day, the dog and the old man went to the farm and working over there. Suddenly, the dog came to his master and calls the master with the paws. At the beginning, the old farmer thought that the dog is playing with the master. So, he ignored the dog. But repeatedly, the dog is calling the master to a certain place. Then he went with the dog and she digged a small ditch over there with the paws. Then with the hoe, he dig a big hole. There he finds gold coins. Then the old couple became very rich. And he calls all the villagers, poor people, had a feast, dinner over there. And he gave plenty of money to the poor people. This was heard by the wicked old couple. They had an idea. They took their dog to their place, gave good amount of delicious food, dainties, whatever he wants, rice, fish, the delicious food, but the dog was frightened and never took any piece of that. The old couple dragged the dog to a pine tree and asked the dog to search for treasure. The dog was frightened, roamed here and there and scratched a piece of land. The old wicked couple thought that they got some treasure. They were jumped for joy. They are dancing. After digging with their spade, a foul smell, bad smell came from the hole, where they find a dead kitten. They were so angry. The old wicked couple were so angry, and they killed the dog with the hoe. They were killed to death. The dog was dead, and in the same ditch, the same hole, they buried the carcass of the dead body of the dog there, and poured some sand. This was noticed by the old couple, honest old couple, and they went to the place where the dead body of the carcass of the dog find. There he put bamboos and valuable things over there, and a bowl was placed there with some water and tidbits of fish and rice sauce, beans, all were placed there in the memory and honor of that dog. Next day, in the dream of the honest old man, his dog came and told that, you go to the palm tree and cut down. Is it a palm tree? Pine tree. Yes. You cut down the pine tree and make mortar and mill. Mortar means where we what we do, grind and squeeze, hit, where we have to prepare rice pastry, and in mill you have to grind beans to prepare bean sauce. After doing this, which was made by the pine tree, gold drops of rain came down. They became even richer, more richer than the earlier. This was seen by the villagers from their windows. Gold everywhere. And the story was heard by the wicked couple also. So they borrowed the mortar and the mill from the honest old couple and tried to grind and grill those rice and beans, but they find only bad smell and spoiled earthworm substances was remained. They were very angry, so they cut down those mill and mortar into pieces and burned that. It became in ashes. They were sobbed. They were very sad. The wicked couple were very sad. Again, the dog came into the dream of the old master and says, you collect that ashes of the mortar and the mill. If you sprinkle that powder, ashes, on the barren land, it will bloom. If you find any tree, which was not gives fruit or flower, if you sprinkle that powder, that ash, it will bloom. So he collects the ashes from the wicked couple. They asked, this honest couple asked the old couple to give the ash, as if they talked with them as if they were thieves. They collected the ashes, and in their garden a cherry tree was there which was not giving any fruit, where he sprinkled the ashes. The tree blossoms as soon as he sprinkled. So they were surprised. One day, it's a custom of Japan that the daimyos will go as a parade from the village. That was the time. This old man climbed up at a barren tree which doesn't give any fruit. He sprinkled over there. That tree blooms, which were noticed by the king Deimos. And he was surprised. Actually, when the parade goes on, the head of the parade sees the old man. Usually, all the Japanese has to bow their heads to the ground when the Deimos passes from the village. He noticed, but he finds an old man. He ignored the old man because he is very old, aged person. As soon as he sprinkles, it was noticed by the Deimos, the barren tree blooms, which was surprising for the Deimos, for the king. He asked the old person to come down and he gave a lot of gifts, silk sarees, valuables, many things. The story was heard by the wicked old couple and they collected the remaining ashes, which was made from the ashes of the mortar and the mill. They collected the ashes and the same parade is going on. He climbed up on a tree and as soon as the Deimos comes, the chariot of the Deimos comes, he sprinkled that ashes. Nothing was changed, but all the ashes came into the eyes and nose of the parade. All the people were sneezing, coughing. So Deimos was very angry and killed the old man. Thank you.